And now for something different. When we went to Tin Mountain today, Mike's main goal was to talk about how animals have 4 different ways to survive the winter: staying active, hibernating, torpor, or migrating. So he would name an animal and say, okay, go over here if you think it's active, go over here if you think it's hibernating or migrating, whether it was like a nuthatch or whether it was a bat, something along those lines. And from there, Mike gave us a lecture and a lesson about what all those terms mean, giving specific examples of which animals use such method, whether it's staying active, say like squirrels, they're definitely active, or if it's a scarlet tanager, how that thing will head south for the winter. So there was plenty of notes involved as we went about the day. From there, we went outside. We went to talk about the different ways we lose heat, whether it's through conduction, and that's basically putting your hand on the snow, or there's convection, where, hey, just you take your hand that's in snow, hold it up in the air, and as the wind blows it, it's probably going to feel a little chilly. So we had plenty of volunteers for that. Never seen so many hands up in my life. And then he poured water on their hands and then talked about evaporation, trying to get the kids to understand how that certainly is a heat loss. So kids very much enjoyed that. And then from there, we went back inside for a different activity. Once there's all sorts of notes involved, right? So, hey, we might have had the activity of what convection and conduction were. So now let's take some notes. And then Mike gave them all some gelatin in a little film container with some materials to pack it. And could kids build a containment unit which would keep the gelatin from becoming somewhat of a solid, from gelling up. So the kids then took that and they went outside, and some of them went certainly to town burying their insulated gelatin container. They had lots of fun with that. One thing you're not going to see, sadly, is the fashion show that was on a different film, different camera, I should say. After a while, after lunch, after taking some more notes, we did have an opportunity to take a look at a beaver pelt and a deer pelt. Took a look at the reasons why they were so different. And then I think it was an hour and a half later, we took a look at some of these insulated containers. Ooh, I would need some help with the kids, but I want to say 5 of them were successful, maybe, in which they opened them up and the container was still very liquidy. But 2 of them did not survive, right? Just like our controls. Mike also had controls that the Jell-O became definitely full-on Jell-O, which was a great activity.
I'll make this a time.
From there, we did something we normally don't do. We actually went in the basement of Tin Mountain to look at their rock and gem collection, and their they have a display of different mounts. So it was an amazing day from Mike. Hope everybody has a great, relaxing, safe February vacation. Take care.